that you knew about the people in the movies, cause she has no clue. Kristy doesn't know movies. No, Kristy doesn't know movies. Kristy doesn't know movies.
Hey, and welcome to an all-new, brand-new episode of Kristy Doesn't Know Movies, the podcast. How are you doing?
Which one of us are you asking?
Oh, I guess we should let our audience know that our friend Pam is here.
What's up?
Hi, Pam.
Hi.
I'm asking Kristy, though, by the way.
I figured.
Okay, well, screw you. I'm asking Pam. Pam, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Had some of your snooty drinks and you're good to go on the show?
My craft ciders are not snooty, thank you.
They're vegan. They're very snooty.
Very. Quite snooty. Quite
As
vegan
a
and quite snooty.
post-vegetarian, I can say that that's quite snooty.
All right,
All right.
Kristy, are you ready for some movies?
No. Go for
All
them
right.
anyways. Wait, Pam! Wait, Pam got to choose the movies because you keep bringing fucking people on the show, so I brought my person on the show. Pam gets to choose the first movie. She's already told me.
I already got an idea. I choose
Okay.
The Fifth Element.
Alright.
You have to say it like this, though. Kristy, what do you think The Fifth Element is about?
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Okay.
What do you think it's about, Kristy?
Alright, so, my friend named her cat Leeloo after this movie. So I'm
Right.
assuming the main character may or may not be called Leeloo. Leeloo is probably a girl. I believe this is some like kind of cyberpunky dystopian future, as many movies are. In
Right.
this movie, so like we all know the usual elements: earth, air, fire, water. These are the 4 elements that the Avatar had to master. So they bring in, wait for it, a 5th element.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, oh shit. Okay, so the 5th element in this movie is the mind. It's your fucking brain meats moving around.
Brain meats, I like that.
Brain
so,
meats.
it's the electric brain meats. Boogaloo, too. Okay, so...
I just want to point out that we've been drinking heavily for like hours now.
Usually,
For the first time in the show's history.
yeah, usually I've just woken up, so I'm full of like sleep bitterness, but now I'm full of like whatever this fucking bar beer. Work for fun, study for fun, live for fun, challenge for fun, think for fun, strive for fun, whichever life you choose. Don't forget bar. Every time you have a bar, the world will be full of fun. That's
Fun.
what my beer says. Anyways, the 5th element, the lightning brain meat, alright? So, like, the mind. That's what Leeloo can do. Everybody else is off fucking, like, water bending and fucking making a kindling, right? And so Leeloo is just like, whoa, I can use my mind to, like, do mind powers. And then the government comes in and they're like, Leeloo, you can't do that. You need to stop. And she's like, fucking make me, bitches. And so she then has to be on the run from the entire world. Because they're like, you can't just make a 5th element. And she's like, well, I fucking did. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to, but it happened, and now you have to deal with it. So she's on the run. She probably finds like a huddled mass of sewer mind people, and they're also like, hey man, we can like move things with our minds too. And she's like, that's cool because I'm being like executed for it. And they're like, no, just join our sewer people, we'll rebel. Because I know this is a cult classic, which means there's definitely sewer people that like that like cult classic people can relate to. So there's like
Sewer.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh my god. Kristy.
So there's like these sewer people. Some of them have mohawks with multicolors. Some of them have like they're just white people with dreads. Some of them are just like they got like their mullets going on, and they're just like we have an alternative like vibe. We can also do like Jedi mind tricks, but not because this isn't Star Wars. So they have their sewer full of people, and so she joins them, and then they can teach her to like control her mind bending even more. And then the government, they're like stockpiling arms against these like 30 people in the sewer because governments, right? And so like it keeps splitting between her learning to harness her mind power and the government's making more guns. And so eventually they come to the standoff of like 300 heavily armed military dudes versus 30 sewer dwellers, right? And so this is when like the final battle happens in the movie, and Leeloo is at the front of them. By now her hair is definitely not the color it started, and she probably has several fucking stick and poke fucking tats, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's got a lot more like eyeliner, and she's probably got she's wearing nothing but just like fishnets, just like a full-on fishnet, like even over the face, a fishnet bodysuit. That's all she wears now, and she just fucking walks on up, and she's like, "Let my people go," and just so it also didn't have a lot of a budget, so it was like that kind of. I feel like this movie was from the early 2000s or like late 90s, so they had that like 90s low budget, which was fishnets, and then like when a mind trick was going on, they just shut the camera, right? So it's just like her, and she's like, "Hey," and like looks down the camera, and then the camera just shakes for a bit, and then the military guys are like, "Whoa, we can't stand now," and then so they just all start like falling over, and then the sewer people take their guns, and like it's really violent. They just shoot like all the military guys. Like it's just headshot, 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 headshot for like 5 minutes. And at the end, Leeloo is just covered in blood, in eyeliner, in fishnets. And she's like, "We are the fifth element." And then she gets a barcode tattoo.
All right, alrighty then. Moving right along, what do you think 2008's Tropic Thunder is about?
Whoa, Pam had another movie picked out, but all right, I'll entertain you because I know that Robert Downey Jr. is in this.
Let's hear it.
All right, so this is the last shit role that he had to take before Iron Man took off. I know Robert Downey Jr. is in blackface the entire movie.
Right.
I feel like Jack Black, possibly Vince Vaughn, and Owen Wilson are also in this movie. It was
Do
like
tell.
it was a lot of like popular like comedic actors and RDJ. Who were like on their last legs, and this movie was make or break for them, and it was break for most of them. I believe after this movie, Jack Black retired to just playing video games in a basement. So that's like, if that tells you anything about the quality and reception of this movie, then yeah, like there it is. All right, so I believe it's like a bunch. So the irony is they got a bunch of actors that nobody really cared about anymore to play actors who nobody cared about anymore. And so these actors were in this movie called Tropic Thunder, and it was supposed to be like an action movie, and like every single one of them was essentially just emulating Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were just like every single one of them like adopted an Austrian accent, even RDJ, who was in blackface. And they just, like, that's how they spoke. They just flexed the whole time. It was a bunch of, like, explosions. And then I think I started to watch this movie because I think they ended up actually in a jungle and having to survive.
Okay.
And yeah, it was them trying to survive in a jungle. Failed. Jokes. It was like Lord of the Flies with washed up actors. At some point they probably killed a boar and they were like, this is what we do now. And because they wanted food, they probably like undercooked it and there was like probably diarrhea jokes for like 20 minutes straight. It probably lasted the rest of the movie. They like killed a boar, they like piked its head, and then they were just like, ugh, let's eat it. I have diarrhea because I'm a man and I can't cook. Like, that's the quality of joke that came out of this movie. And then for the rest of it, it was just Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn shitting themselves wildly in the jungle. And I don't know if there's much more to say about it. Like, plot-wise, eventually they got out. I mean, in real life, only one of them made it out of that movie successfully. But, like...
All right, anything else you want to say about that?
At some point, Owen Wilson said, wow.
I'm sure he did. All right, do you guys want to play some trivia?
Sure.
Want to? No. Will? Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you each a question, one at a time, and we'll just go that way, okay?
Alright.
So, Kristy, in Billy Madison, who did Billy fall in love with? His principal, his maid, his third grade teacher, or a former classmate?
Third grade teacher.
You are correct. So that's
Believe it
1
or
point.
not, I've watched that movie.
1 point for Kristy.
Yeah,
Pam.
Adam Sandler wrote himself a sex scene so he'd fucking get some. That's the only way he
He
does.
did too.
Yeah, with his hot
Pam.
third grade teacher.
All right, hush now. Pam,
Yeah.
what was the final category that won Billy his diploma? Cartoons, business ethics, math, or sports history?
Oh no. Was it business ethics?
You are correct, and that's
Oh.
1 point each.
Damn.
Kristy,
What?
why does Happy Gilmore become a golfer? To win over a woman, to pay for his grandmother's surgery, he's good at golf and wants to win, or to pay for his grandmother's house?
Grandma's surgery?
You are incorrect. It was to pay for his grandmother's house.
Bullshit.
So you're still tied 1-1. Pam,
Yo.
what is the name of Happy Gilmore's rival? Shooter McGavin, Angry Gilmore, Mikey Driver, or Lion Forrest?
I think it's the first one.
Shooter McGavin?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Woo!
It's 2-1. Kristy,
What?
which celebrity does Happy fight at the Pro-Am tournament? Jerry Springer, Drew Carey, Maury Povich, or Bob Barker?
Bob Barker.
You are correct.
I think I saw
2-2.
this once when I was in like some kind of post-gig haze.
Okay. Pam, what football position did Sandler's character play in The Waterboy? Quarterback, linebacker, wide receiver, or kicker?
Quarterback.
You are incorrect. It was linebacker.
Really? Oh.
Kristy,
What?
we're gonna do one more each, and this will be the breaker. Kristy, what
What?
was Robbie Hart's dream job before settling on being a wedding singer? A rock star, model, barber, or boy band member?
A boy band member.
You're incorrect. It was Rockstar.
Same
So
shit.
So if Pam gets this, she wins.
Ooh.
Pam, which musician saved Robbie from a fight on an airplane? Alice Cooper, Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, or Billy Idol?
Billy Idol.
You are correct.
Boo!
Ding, 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 ding. You win.
Alright.
All right, that's trivia. Moving right along, our final movie of the episode.
I gotta piss.
Kristy.
Give me like 2 seconds.
Okay, I'll edit this out. God damn it.
Indeed.
I have to pee too, so I'm gonna leave when she's talking.
Alright.
God damn it.
And I'm back.
Yo.
Kristy,
What?
what do you think 2008's Step Brothers is about?
I've seen it.
God damn it. Okay, Kristy,
Yes.
what do you think 2009's Avatar is about?
Is that the blue people, or is that
That's the
shitty
blue
movie
people.
we don't talk about? Okay.
The blue people.
Avatar. So, this fucking guy with no legs. He is part of, like, a government thing. So he lost his legs in a government thing. And the government's like, we're going to give you a new top secret special mission, and we're going to give you, like, a blue body for it, right? So what you gotta do is you gotta go undercover and you gotta steal this fucking planet from these blue people. So the guy's like, yeah, that seems like a legitimate thing. Fuck those blue people, figuratively, not literally. I'm gonna go take their planet. And so he goes there. And so he's got his, like, blue people body and he's like, America! Right? And so he's gonna go claim this planet for America. And
Okay.
his name is John Smith, and so he meets this girl, this blue girl, and she's like, I can show you a world, take you bird thing by bird thing. And so she shows him, she's like, all right, take your tail and you, like, plug it into the butthole of these birds and you can fly on it. So he's like, all right. So he does it because he's just, like, mesmerized by her in her giant fucking man feet, and he's just like, I'll do anything for you, fucking blue Cahantis. And so she shows him how to fly these birds, and he's like, I don't want a USA anymore, I'm gonna fucking help you blue people. And then the government is just like, that's not what we fucking told you to do, what are you doing? And he's like, nah, bitches got in the way. And so she still doesn't know anything about this. She's just like, wow, I met this outsider who is not part of my tribe, who is the only blue people here, and I don't know how this happened, that I found somebody to not fucking, like, what would you call it when you, like, breed with your own family?
Incest.
Yeah, she's like, I found someone to not incest with. This is magical because all the blue people know each other, and here's this guy that we don't know, right? And so, so she's like, yeah, I want to not inbreed. And so he's sitting there in the back, still transmitting, being like, yo, government, like, play it cool. I actually want, like, just wait on me, man. Just wait, bruz. Just don't do this. Give me, like, another 100 years and then you can invade or whatever. And then so, they end up, like, getting married and stuff. And they're gonna go start their own little blue family, and then the government comes in. They're like, "Is this what you've been doing? Like, we're monitoring you. You know, we can see your every move, right? Like, now we've got this stash of, like, blue people porn. Thank you for that, but, like, you need to be doing what you should be doing." And he's just like, "No, I abandoned the mission. And actually, I told the blue people about you. We're gonna kill you with our spears and our, like, butt birds." And then so it's like this big face-off because, like, the army probably has, like, these giant, like, mecha tanks, and it's just like fucking Transformers on one side and then spear butt birds on the other. And so it's like this huge battle on this giant planet full of mostly like bioluminescent mushrooms. And so it's just like just fighting. There's a lot of carnage, and there's like you see the military people, they're like going in, but then some plants is like vine up and like tear apart they're like machines in that, and then the people fall out and they get like impaled on a sharp mushroom. And you just have like all this carnage. Like the planet itself is also rising up and just destroying the military. And like it's just like it's taking its trees, and the trees are like beheading people in that. And then so the initial guy with no legs is just like, "We won, babe. We won, Blue Ahontis. What are we gonna do now?" And she's like, "I'm gonna take you with my not quite a raccoon, little rat thing, and like we're just gonna be a family, babe." And he's like, "Sweet, let's get it on." And then they play "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" And then that's that's the end of my movie.
Holy fuck.
And that movie made a lot of money.
Anything else you want to add to this?
I've been to the Avatar part of Disney World, and it's the most disappointing thing I've ever seen.
All right. Thanks a lot for listening, folks. Thanks to our guest, Pam, for chiming in. Thanks, Pam.
No problem.
Goodbye.
Bye.